Hello, guys. What a disgusting title. No. Yeah. Guys, I don't want to do it, man. I grinded for like 5 hours before Yahya went away. And it was like 3 in the morning. I got like 30 to 40 extra pulls. I just couldn't do it anymore, man. I went to sleep. I accepted defeat. No E1 Yahya until rerun. Septimon compared to Renacida. Please don't come in my chat saying this bullshit. Renacida and Septimon are the two major patches of Wuwa that it's had so far. Septimon is nearly the exact same size as Renacida as well. I really don't want to start with the bullshit already, man. At least you put yourself over here, yeah. Yeah, Hyacinth. E1 Triby versus Saber Triby. Yeah, they said a major patch every 6 months. And since Renacida, if you're able to count, one patch is 1.5 months. 4 patches is 6 months. And that lands on Septimon. No. Unless Sampo ends up looking completely different, I don't really like Sampo. Unless he's using like a disguise like model and he looks completely different, probably not. There's too much. Yeah, I also like Sampo's character. I do not like his design though. Like at all. He's easily like one of my least favorite characters. Like yesterday I was saying that it's a low standard to call the men in HSR like good looking and well designed, but Sampo is actually at like the bottom of the list. What's up, Kiwi? If you guys saw my community post though, just look at E2 Phanon showcases if you want an idea of E0 Phanon with Ceridra. That should give you a good idea of the performance, at least with what we know right now. Yo, RJ, I'm gonna be completely serious, bro. Just move on. Like, get a job, fucking cook up some lunch for yourself, make an omelet, get a glass of milk. You care a little too much about my opinions on a game. That's all I gotta say. It's a beautiful day outside. I already got my run in, right? I already went grocery shopping. Like, do something outside of fucking bed rotting. I can see you, Candle. Oh, you said hello, hello. I can't respond to every message someone sends. Pro pulled the unemployed card. I just can't see how someone would literally be stalking my channel and waiting for me to go live just to try and argue with me about Woowa very clearly being more stingy with their pulls suddenly. Like, why? Like, do you not have anything better to do? Like, I'd understand if it was like half an hour into the stream, but like, damn, man, I just started this shit. Will Phenon's E2 be less valuable? No, it becomes more valuable. Because Saridra's extra turns should synergize with the extra turns that Phenon gets with his E2. So you get even more extra ones. Like, you guys really need to put it in perspective. I really don't hate Wuwa. I think 2.4 is probably going to be like an amazingly fun patch, if I had to guess, right? I'm just guessing here. But they almost never fuck up like new massive, land like mass drops. So like you had Huang Long, you had Renacida, Black Shores. Now you're getting Septimont. That's like damn near Renacida level, right? My problem is the pulls. They gave 10 more pulls than normal compared to average patch for the Yanni. And then they also gave what Septimont is currently calced at 126. Like, you need to keep in mind that after this like Septimont patch, we're gonna go like 3 to 4 patches in a row with nothing good. Like, we're gonna consistently get 90 character banner pulls for like 3 or 4 patches in a row after this. The anniversary pulls and the Septimont pulls are instantly gonna like, people are gonna realize like, oh fuck, like this was a major patch, and this was an anniversary, and we really did not get all that many rewards in return for that. Hello, Abdul. Oh, you already got it, Kiwi? Damn, isn't that a lot? Or am I tripping? I believe Greece. Greece or Rome, I don't remember which one. Bro's never gonna play ZZZ on stream. I mean, I've done it a few times before, like clearing endgame and shit. I just haven't been playing ZZZ too much because I've been trying Etheria for a little bit on the side. But I do think I might just start playing Etheria like on mobile more often. And yeah, I'll probably go back to like HSRZ. But there's a lot of gacha content, right? I do want to be fair with Wuwa and play the entirety of 2.4 so that I can make a video giving my review on it. HSR, I'm currently farming this account so I can get as many pulls as possible for Tribby, because I'm going to go for E1 Tribs probably. Etheria, it's a new game, so it requires a lot of time investment because there's so much to do. And then you also have ZZZ with the Annie content. Like, it's a lot at once. I really need to take my time. You gonna play Etheria on stream? Nah, I fucking suck at Etheria, bro. I've barely even bothered trying PvP yet. Too many of my characters are unbuilt, and I need to farm a lot more modules to make like some of my other like lesser important teams still work in content where like my main team won't work so well. Like for example, right now I'm trying to get a single target DPS up on Etheria so I can farm Terramaton like way more consistently. Because using an AoE DPS, main DPS on Terramaton fucking sucks. I mean, I do have Messiah, but I put all my fucking investment into Heinrich. Yeah, Zakaria. Tribby rerun is rumored for 3.4 right now. She's one of the Harmonies rerunning. Oh wow, Kiwi. Oh, are we talking about HSR? Yeah, HSR is more convenient. Wuwa overall is better than HSR in terms of like average pulls per patch because they have the 10 less hard pity and the guaranteed weapon. Like I won't say that doesn't like not factor into it, but if you put it into perspective, HSR's 50-50 system is actually fake. So HSR's 50-50 is actually a 56-44. And it's more common for people to get 5 stars in HSR earlier on like the soft pity than I believe Wuwa, right? Like I think the average pull for 5-star in HSR is like 78, and I think the average for Wuwa is like 70. So it's not that big of a difference because the soft pity I think in HSR works better, and it has a better 50-50 rate technically. But the reason I like HSR so much is because it isn't open world, right? Like for example, you look at the polls we're getting on Septimont, I guarantee you like 20 to 30 of those polls are going to be locked to exploration. And you're going to have to spend days like farming the entirety of Septimont for those polls. So that's just my opinion. I know some people like this is personal, right? I like gachas for the characters and for the content, like the endgame content and the content. I don't like running around like a mint picker to get the max amount of currency that there is. I mean, I don't think it's changed, bullets. Whoops. You don't collect chests in HSR? Barely, no. On my main account, I have like the last maybe 8 places added in like new patches for HSR, like barely touched in terms of chests. Like, I am incredibly lazy. Like, even this ult account that I'm on right now, you can see there is a lot that I simply refuse to farm because of how like annoying it can be. And that's to say that HSR's chest farming is 100% easier, but it doesn't change the fact that I'm just lazy and I find it annoying anyways. Oh really, Max? How many Jades do you have? 0. I tried. Oh, I tried getting E1 Hyacine last night. So I farmed for 5 hours, got like 30 plus pulls, and yeah, I wasn't able to get Hyacine. I think I'm on like 40 something pity. 50, 55, 60. Yeah, I was at 60 pity. I couldn't do it anymore. I would have had to stayed awake for probably like 3 more hours when I'd already grinded it for like 5 hours straight. I couldn't do it. So I think I'm just going to use those pulls now on E1 Tribby, and we'll see how that goes. Cassie will probably... Either Cassie reruns earlier than Hyacine, or she reruns at the same time as Hyacine. So the next thing would probably be like E2 Cassie and then E1 Hyacine. I'm going full vertical investment on this account. For anyone wondering why I'm doing that, I do not give a shit about like efficient investment. I'm going full vertical on Cassie and then going full vertical on like a version 4 team. That's what I plan to do. Oh, really, Tomato? To be honest, I feel like a lot of people, like, maybe this is just me. I hate hearing my own voice. I really do. So when I look back at, like, my ranty videos, I'm like, holy fuck. Like, like, brother, chill. Like, why are you taking it that serious? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm glad some people can enjoy it. I appreciate that, TJ. Get March? If I were to get March, then there's no point in getting Tribby, no? Because it would be like Cass, RMC, yeah. Tribby is the most replaceable in that team, in my opinion. If March ends up giving a buff depending on remembrance characters on the team or some shit, Tribby's the most replaceable. He will have his own March account? I don't know. I think it depends on March's design. And if March's design is good enough, I'll pull her for Cassie. Because according to what people are saying, March looks similar to an Anoxa situation for Herda. So if that's true, like I wouldn't mind getting her. Because I can just vertically invest to make her like noticeably better than like Tribby or RMC for Cassie. It really depends on how well they design her, in my opinion. You sound chill. I appreciate that. I try my best to be chill. I don't like I know I make these videos like I like making videos where I can just express my opinion freely. I absolutely hate the idea of having to like sugarcoat anything. So I understand that sometimes my videos can come off as like, oh, I'm just hating on this game, right? But I truly do like treating my channel like kind of a diary in a way, if that makes sense sometimes. Where I can just like put my opinion out there on what I think of something without being scared to put it out. It just sucks that WUA is currently the way it is with the community. I think it'll fix over time, right? I do think the WUA community will get better over time. I think old gachas in like their first year 100% have like a superiority complex. They all think they're going to break the mold that every previous gacha game, failed to do. And it's a never ending cycle, right? Like 2 to 3 years into the game's life cycle, people realize like, oh, we're just another gacha game. There's newer gacha games coming out. They got a better engine, QOL, better rates, right? And yeah, like eventually the WUA community, I think, will become calmer and more accepting of criticism. Oh, my Ethereum restart account is called sparklefeet. So some people were calling that out in my last video because I recorded it with Ethereum in the background. They come from Genshin, yeah, but if the thing I don't understand is if they came from Genshin, why are they this stubborn? Like, they came from Genshin, where, like, you gotta keep in mind, at the time for when Genshin released, this was the gacha, right? Like, it really isn't any different to Wuwa. When it released, it was the gacha. People who actually complained about rewards or anything, like Tectone, right? Tectone, like, in the beginning of Genshin, I 100% supported this guy. I was subscribed to him. Him and Mtash were the creators who introduced me to gacha games. And I always thought Tectone made sense. This guy was always on the front lines fighting for the players, saying this anniversary fucking sucks, the polls suck, this event sucked, right? They should be showing more appreciation towards the players for supporting the game. Like, yeah, I fucking agree with that, right? And everybody in the Genshin Impact community back then was fucking insufferable. Every time Tectone made a normal take that honestly should be normalized, right? Saying, oh, you're a beggar, right? They need to make money somehow. They're not going to lose any fucking money by giving you a few more pulls, right? So people then quit Genshin who were smart enough to realize that Genshin was going down a very bad road and they really didn't listen to the consumer all that much. Went to Wuwa. Wuwa so-called listens to the community for like the first half year of the game because of the shitty launch and people quitting because of how bad like 1.1 and some of these other patches were. They come back in Renacida. They get like claimed by Tencent for the most part. Everything just starts going fucking downhill. But it's like no one's really calling it out on its bullshit. So now it's like kind of like Genshin in its first few years. Like people got this superiority complex. They don't want to see the actual bad. I mean, I don't play Genshin Impact anymore. That's the thing. I quit Genshin for Wuwa. So like when was it? Like before Notlin released? And even then, I was never active in Genshin. I never took Genshin seriously. I never played it actively. So I can't speak on the Genshin community all that much. All I did back then was watch the content creators for the most part more than I did actually play the game. And I hope, Wuwa, I do think is an amazing game currently. It's for sure like one of the top dogs. I personally like ZZZ more than Wuwa, but I could 100% see someone enjoying Wuwa more than ZZZ. 100%, right? But I don't know why people treat Wuwa as if it's like infallible or something. Like it has its flaws. It has 3-team endgame. And unlike the Hoyo games endgames, where you can brute force on one team and allow your second team way more leeway and way more time to clear, Wuwa's endgame doesn't do that. So you better hope that Wuwa's endgame doesn't get HP inflation. Because if it does, then it's going to become much worse than any of the Hoyo games. Because you do need 3 teams for that content, not 2. It's only right now that you can use like a solo 5-star DPS and like solo Don Jin on like the side towers because the game's only a year old. But if it gets any HP inflation that's noticeable over the next year, you're going to need to start putting full 4-star teams or 5 stars to be able to clear the side towers as well. Comparison is the thief of joy? Yeah. Like, I love making Wuwa content. I love the game. But I just hate, man. Like, Ugh. I mean, then again, I did compare it, but to the game itself. So, you know, maybe that counts as well. But I compared Septimont to Renacida. Wua Endgame is a walk in the park. No, I'm not saying it isn't. What I'm saying is, if Wua ever does, like, start getting a noticeable HP inflation, then it will be a much bigger problem. Not that it's a problem already, right? Right now, you can clear the side towers quite easily. So you don't really need, like, a full, limited team for that shit, right? But what I'm saying is that if HP inflation does hit and it hits noticeably, it's going to be much worse for Wuwa because it's 3-team content. Play SU? Sure. Don Jin solo? Yeah. Don Jin with Chang Li's weapon and some of the most disgusting echo investment possible, barely clearing Dirge with like 3 or 4 seconds left. That's relatable. And ZZZ Saint complains about a 2-man clear. I don't care about Saint, man. Like, I don't want you guys to think that I'm like mad at you or anything, but I'd prefer it if you guys just didn't bring up Saint. Like, no offense, but he is the most obvious. Like, this guy purposely rage baits every single video, misinforms, lies, like mental gymnast. Like, I don't think I need to like explain. Like, I was never someone who watched Saint. Oh my god. I was never someone who watched Saint. So when he first, like, completely treated me disingenuously, I thought it was, like, rare. But the more I saw his recent upload schedule, the more I realized that this guy just straight up rage baits every single video he makes. Are you excited for collab? Not really. If I had Archer teammates, sure, but I don't. He's yet to make a video on how cart signatures 40% increase. I mean, it's not 40%. It's like 30 to 35, I think. But be honest, have you ever seen Saint actually bring up calcs or numbers for something? Like, when he was trying to combat the Zanny power creep allegations, instead of ever getting his own numbers, all he did was talk about his own feels crafting. Like, By the way, for anyone wondering, for cart, Chacona matters more than the signature weapon, even though the signature weapon is like a 30+% jump. Chacona is just that fucking good for Kartethia. The rotation is impossible in practice. The problem is everybody's done this so-called impossible rotation. Like, there are so many creators' videos at this point showing that the impossible rotation is accurate. Like, Meggy specifically may not have been accurate, but there's already a new rotation that does more damage than the old one. And people have been using that to get records in every single tower. Like, Zanny has a, what is it, like an 18-second clear at S0R1 against the Hazard Tower right now? Like, yeah. Like, yeah. I appreciate you stopping by, Kiwi. $18? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. From what I heard, 20 to 25. 20 to 25 is for the Chinese wizards and the speedrunners. 10 to 15 is like 10% is like average player. 15% is if you're playing the team optimally, and then 20 to 25% is for the speedrunners, basically. Oh wait, no, it's not 18. It's 28. Sorry, that's my mistake. 28-second clear against the Hazard Tower with a Zanny Peeb team. Let me show you guys real quick. So this there's an arrow erosion buff too. So keep in mind, there's no buff here for Zanny Peeb, like the last tower. So it's 28 seconds Zanny Peeb Rover, 29, 32, 34, 37, 39, 39, Gion, Zanny Peeb, Gion, Zanny Peeb, and then you finally get a Carlotta right here at 42 seconds. The side towers. Oh yeah, it was Memphis. My bad. Yeah. I was getting Hazard Tower confused with Memphis. So 16-second clear against Memphis. CC is a fucking dog, bro. This person's in the Fractured Shores Discord. I see them every once in a while. Yo. Yo. Holy fuck. Holy fuck. Yo, where's the other teams, man? Where's the other teams? You got Phoebe with Chang Li at 26. Probably quick swap. Camellia got 27 against the Havoc downside. So yeah. Oh, this is semi-investment. This is whale investment. And this is S0R1s. just know that these people are insane at the game. Yeah, but the point is they're insane at the game with literally every other character too. So like, you're putting the best of the best players in the world with a Zanny Peeb team, and they also have access to all these other characters, but Zanny's the one that holds every single record for everything. This one, Carlotta holds the record. But keep in mind, this is the Carlotta res, Glacial res down. When casting Resonance Liberation, their attack is increased by 5%, right? So, this, what's he called? Fusion Rider? What? I forgot what he's called. So this is the one with the Glacial, like, buff for Carlotta. And even then, look at how close. Look at how close the Zanny Peeb team comes to the Carlotta team. A 25% difference with Zanny having no buff and it completely buffing Carlotta. And then this monkey that both of them don't benefit from, Zanny wins over Carlotta. So like, it's obvious that Zanny is just fucking better in almost everything. Inferno Rider, yeah. Bro. Yeah, Cartethia will be stronger than Zanny when she gets more copies of her weapon, I'm pretty sure. I'm not sure about on release, but I know for sure with Arrow Rover getting copies of his weapon, Cartethia is the first team to crack 2 million damage in a rotation in the history of the game. If Arrow Rover, like, we already know Arrow Rover is getting copies of his weapon. So once he gets R5, it's at 2 million per rotation. GK61. It's pretty old. Yeah, Cartethia is easier to use than Zanny. But you need to keep in mind, for the speedrunners, Chacona does have quick swap windows. So, like, people are going to be, like, quick swapping with Cha and shit. So I am curious how that will translate to, like, speedruns. You pulled Chacona? No, I pulled Brant so I could run Brant Lupa, hyper carry. And then I am confident Galbrana will be a fusion main DPS that replaces Chang Li. So I'll probably just run Brant and Lupa with her. I mean, I think it's quite obvious, Cold Water. Like, I've said it before that a little bit of power creep ain't really all that bad. It's just people trying to pretend like the power creep in Wuwa doesn't exist are pathetic, in my opinion. Like, they think there's no power creep because you can still clear with older characters. Yet, when people talk about HSR power creep, you can still clear with older characters. Nobody uses that as the standard. They use the standard as, holy fuck, this new character can clear way better than this older one, right? But people don't hold Wuwa to this same standard. Like, also look at Mavwika and Genshin, right? Like, I won't say it's everyone, but like, a lot of people are complaining about the power creep in Genshin, when Mavlika is like at most like a 30% power creep. At most. Like, keep in mind, 30% power creep is basically the equivalent of Cartethia once Arrow Rover gets all his weapon like refinements versus Carlotta. So once Arrow Rover gets all his weapon refinements, it'll be like 30% or more for Cartethia above Carlotta in terms of performance. Like, will people be complaining then? No. People probably still won't be complaining. Hello, Yebnai. Oh yeah, I don't disagree, Pumpkin, but like people use the same thing for Wuwa, right? Like I completely agree 4-star only clears are unrelatable. Like for example, HSR, there's someone still making content of him getting max scores in pure fiction with only 4 stars. There's people making content of like 6 or 7 4-star runs in Abyss. But like in Wuwa, this is the main argument used to combat power creep. I see this on the Reddit. I see it on social media. I see it in comments on videos talking about it. I'll believe in power creep once Don Jin can't clear anymore. Like, that's just not how it works. Like, you need to understand personally, power creep doesn't affect me in any of these gacha games, right? I'm not a casual player. Give me like a week or two of grinding a gacha game, and by no means do I think this is impressive, but I will have at least like some semblance of knowledge to be able to clear endgame content in every single gacha I play. Like gacha endgames are not like hard for me in my opinion. But for the casual player, it's a completely different story. I also have a Zanny. I have an S1 Zanny with P and SK. So, like, it's basically impossible for me to struggle in Wuwa's endgame. See you later, Pumpkin. I think Wuwa will still be talked about in 2027 or 2028. I think, though, that there will be a newer gacha that probably takes, like, Wuwa's spot, right? Like, the same way people were waiting and waiting for a game to release and, like, take Genshin's spot. And in my opinion, Wuwa already did that, right? Of course, Genshin is still popular. They still make a lot of money. But in terms of improving upon the previous, like, flagship game, that was really popular by the from the community. Wuwa did that pretty well, I think. But there will probably be someone who then does this to Wuwa, right? Like there's a pretty good chance with how popular and like how many companies are deciding to make like Genshin type games. Like have you guys seen Azure Promelia? Their trailer looks fucking insane. And they're still putting their game in development. They have all this time. They can look at the community's reactions to these other gacha games to like give more polls or rates, designs, animations. Like Wuwa will not no longer be like the top dog in terms of like so-called innovating the mainstream gacha space. Without being biased, why do you think Genshin takes so long to add QOL features? Because they don't care about their older games. That is the simple truth of it. Every single newer Hoyo game gets way better treatment than the previous ones. That's almost always how it goes. Hoyoverse cares more about making multiple decent games than they care about making one game or a couple games that are like some of the best in the space. They want to branch out as much as they can so they can make as much money without investing too much of the money they're gaining. Like, if you guys saw my community post last night, there is now a leak that Hoyo is working on their next flagship game, and it's on Unreal Engine 5. And they are like going hard on this game. Like, you need to understand, this is flagship. They plan to have it open on consoles and shit on launch and stuff. Do you think HSR's cycle-based system makes the power gap feel more noticeable compared to the timer system in open world games? Yes. This is something I've realized being an HSR content creator for the most part. When I look at these other open world gachas, people almost never use the standard of clearing endgame content being 30 seconds. Because that is the equivalent to like one cycle in HSR for these open world games is usually like 30 seconds, sometimes like 45, right? When people talk about these open world games, they never start complaining about power creep until it literally almost becomes impossible for them to clear with like an older character, right? For some reason in HSR, people start complaining about power creep the second a character can no longer zero cycle. Like, the difference is like very like a lot more people complain about power creep in HSR earlier compared to open world games. Like, don't get me wrong, I agree that HSR has bad power creep. I 100% agree. It's probably the worst in any of the games I play, but people start complaining about someone getting 1 to 2 cycles in HSR as if they're fucking over with. Like, they're useless, throw them in the trash. Like, holy fuck, this character is absolutely just garbage, right? But in the open world games, people don't usually complain like this. Like, the equivalent of a zero cycle in Wuwa right now is what the speedrunners are doing with Zanny. Like, Zanny's clearing Hazard in under 30 seconds, and she's clearing the side towers in like 16. Like, that's basically the equivalent, if not like even higher tier than like a zero cycle for like an open world game. But nobody uses that as the standard in the fucking slightest. Nobody uses that as a standard. Yeah, like for example, for all the Doom posting that Acheron had with no Zhao, and she for sure felt worse, I had half-assed builds on my Acheron for legit like over a year, and Pela was missing 2 relics. And for like a year straight, I was able to clear endgame with a no Zhao Acheron. Like Dill is the exact same thing. Dill released in I think like 1.3, 1.4, and he was able to clear content decently comfortably till I'd say around like probably like 2.5. That because 2.5 is when the HP inflation started like hitting noticeably. Even then, he could still clear endgame content, but it was just more difficult, right? Like this is why I like the way HSR does their system, right? Wuwa, I 100% think that Wuwa overall is a better game than HSR. I've gone on record saying this a lot, right? But specifically, the way HSR does their end game is that they reward you for vertical investment. Wuwa doesn't really reward you for vertical investment, but like these Hoyo games do, because you can go vertical on one team, get like a 0 cycle, and you now have an entire 10 cycles for your second team to clear, right? I think that is pretty nice. Yeah, like keep in mind, I am someone who has complained about going for my E2 My Day recently because I wish I would have put it into Phenon instead. Even after seeing like Phenon isn't that strong on release, I know Phenon will be fine, right? But like E2 My Day trivializes any thought of like I need to pull this character because I can completely brute force with my day, get a 0 to 1 cycle, and my second team can take fucking 9 cycles. Like that's so easy. Yeah. Now personally, I do think Wuwa and ZZZ have the easiest end games. Like it's hard for me to choose one, but Wuwa and like I'd argue Wuwa probably has the easiest end game out of all the games I've played, at least of current. Because like there is power creep, but the thing about Wuwa is the HP inflation, at least right now, is not matching the power creep. So you pull the newest DPS and you just shit on everything. Like because the HP inflation isn't going up, you just shit on stuff faster than you used to instead of it becoming harder. You got the most cracked out pay to win account on ZZZ. I don't disagree. But you need to keep in mind, I have zero clue how to play the game. Like, unlike Wuwa, unlike HSR, I actually know how to play these games, so I can make like worse teams work. I didn't touch ZZZ for damn near a year. I logged on and just brute forced. Hail Yuzuha, hail Yuzuha. That actually reminds me, I need to start playing ZZZ more often on the daily. Um, I think I might. I think I'm gonna take it easier on this ult from now on, since I no longer need to stress about Hyacine, and I'm gonna start doing the ZZZ Annie and stuff because I do need to prepare for Yuzuha and Alice. False advertisement. Where's the sparkle feet? I'm sorry, guys. There's no sparkle feet here. I don't know why you didn't wait, because I wanted to get you on Hyacine. I don't know if you were here earlier, Draco. I was really close to getting E1 Hyacine yesterday, but I just was so tired after grinding that I decided to sleep instead. Like, I got up to 60 pity on the character banner. You guys really need to keep in mind, it's not fun waiting half a year for a character to rerun. Like, it really isn't. Nice feet, addict. Herda took 4 months to rerun. Yeah, but in my eyes or like in my mind, it makes a lot more sense for Hyacine to rerun in 4 patches because wait, no, actually it would be 3. I think she's gonna rerun on March's patch, either March's or Cyrene's. But March is most likely. You're right, that would be 3 patches. I did not think that through. Half a year so your mind can clear up how dumb of an idea it is. It just isn't dumb though. Like, no offense, have you guys seen the difference E1 Hyahia makes for Cassie? Even outside of the fact of it increasing her own damage and increasing Cassie's damage with like the max HP increase, Cassie gets like so much more charge. Like, I saw a video on it and it's like without E1, like Hyacine would use skill, Cassie would use skill, and Cassie would be at 93%. And then when they got E1, she would always be at 100%, allowing her to spam way more ults. Oh, there's a new event. Let's play with the cat girl. E1 so expensive though? Yeah, okay, buddy. E6S5 Cypher, by the way. Oh! Oh, fuck no. Yo! It will. It fucking will, guys. Oh my god. Even Hoyo knows. Even they know. Who do you want them to add to the 5-star character shop? Sparkle. Sparkle. Dill. And that's probably it. Those are the only ones kind of worth it. Oh yeah, Silverwolf. I could see Silverwolf being added. Oh, couldn't use the ult. Acheron showcase. Yo, everybody's got a Sunday in Whoa-Ho for their Aglaya, right? Oh. I got S1 Ho-Ho just for her? What a fucking scam. Oh my god. Acheron damage numbers with a single basic attack. Talk about power creep. Fuck this low speed Sunday, bro. Lies, I won't hear it. Delusional chat. Oh, now I can't even pull when I get enough pulls to pull on a banner. Fuck this stupid cat, man. I gotta wait until 3.4 for the possible Trivy rerun. If there actually is no Trivy rerun like my chat was saying a little bit ago, then like, hey, I'll take it. That's more time to save. I can just, you know, fix my banner addiction through 3.4 on my main account. Just one event, really? Welcome to HSR. Welcome to fucking HSR. I originally planned to make a video on that, but I always forget every single time about the events being fucking non-existent in this game. Now, personally, less events is better because I'm playing two accounts, right? If you're ahead, right, you want to not have more content. Is this just like a absolute like shitty version of Mario Kart? Or am I tripping? Sparkle! Oh, fuck. Now this is cinema, guys. This is... Ooh. This is what I'm talking about. Watch and fucking learn. No! I'm sorry, Sparkle. Is this event co-op? I'm not sure. This is just a tutorial. I feel like this would be one of those events where they put you against other HSR characters. Or it's just bots. Look at these rookies. Wait, why'd they hit Sparkle instead? Oh. Yup. Watch and learn, boys. Watch and fucking learn. See how I held that? Fucking masterclass. You always hold it, boys. You always hold it. Yup. Oh my goodness. Like no fucking tomorrow. Yup, surpass me? Yup, that's what I thought. It's just, wow. How do I do it? It's that easy. It's that fucking easy. No oil on brakes. Zhang Zhou's way. King of curves. Must be Scaramouche. Hyper speed healer. Must be Hyacine. Stinky tofu shop. Fucking shit on. I'll be back in a second, guys. To be honest, I'd rather do this event later. I think I'm gonna suffer through a little bit of ammo and then end stream. We're back. Finally, I lost some viewers, bro. Fuck. Maybe I'd like viewers if I like connected my card or something, but because I don't want to get paid through streams yet, I actually like having less viewers. Makes it easier to read chat. Oh, whoops. I'm supposed to do the Amfo story. Ooh, 150 jades? Say less. That's nearly an entire... Wait, why do they do that? Fucking weirdos, man. Can't you just give 160? Let's move to kick. You have so many quests. I mean, it is a new account. Ain't no one doing all those shitty ass side quests for barely any jades. Ugh. True. This is a scam. Where's Sparkle's feet on my wallpaper engine background that you guys cannot see? Show? No, I need to be relatable. Wallpaper engine costs like $5. I like being relatable with my chat and like free to play and shit. Show us end of stream? No, I literally can't. Like, it's actually TOS. I have wallpaper engine? Yeah, but I need to be relatable to the ones who don't, so. Drop the wallpaper name? I don't remember the name. I just searched Sparkle until I found one. How the hell are you at Amphorius? Fucking rookie numbers, man. I got through Penacony in a single day. Yeah, Vanish. I didn't know what camel toe meant until the Wuwa Canarella discussions. And my chat informed me. I was always confused what that meant. You thinking of making a Discord server? No. I'm too lazy. I hate socializing. And it's a lot easier to just do whatever I feel like doing on impulse. Maybe in the future, though. I don't know. Are you scared you get demonetized? What, for streams? I always delete streams. I don't really care. I just don't want to show that knowing that there's probably, like, kids who watch me. No kids watch you? I mean, I feel like there's probably, like, at least 10%. Like, even though my YouTube says it's, like, 99% adults, like, kids love lying about their age on this shit. So I could see, like, 10 to 15%. Like, for example, I don't even log on to my Twitter anymore on stream like I used to, because my Twitter has just turned into complete goon. So, like, I don't even want people to know my Twitter anymore. I'm 23, wish I could lie and say I was a kid. Damn! I had to do it, I had to do it, my bad. I won't do it again, Kiwi. If you know kids are watching, why do you embrace gooning? To be fair, I don't really, like, take it all that seriously on stream. Like at most I'll talk about the characters I think are the hottest. And like sometimes I'll show like TikTok edits from my TikTok and like that's it. Like I think that's pretty tame.
Trust me. Grants me an edge. Symphony warrior! Corpus Equinus.
Nice, Blad. I really gotcha, DG. I appreciate that. I hope your creation journey goes well. I think I need to kind of stress this with Wuwa. The only reason all my videos and like criticisms have been for like Wuwa and there hasn't been anything positive is because there's nothing positive to say about the anniversary. Like I think there will be a lot more positive videos for Wuwa upcoming in 2.4, but unfortunately this Annie just wasn't it. Like for example, when I came back to Renacida, I made like 2 or 3 videos that everybody fucked with. Because I was glazing the fuck out of Renacida. Oh really, Chopsticks? Fuck. No ER rope. Oh yeah, for sure, gotcha. I want to make content on Etheria, but I'm so shit at that game, I can't even bring myself to do it. Like, I might do like an account update or something, but I cannot give people advice. Also, depending on what they do, I might quit Etheria. Now, I love the game, don't get me wrong, right? But they recently did a shadow nerf to Sonya, who is a dark unit. And they also nerfed, I believe, a 4-star. And there's currently another 4-star that can completely cheese damn near anything in the game that I'm currently building. If his ass gets nerfed too, I'm not gonna like that. I don't like nerfs coming in this quick for like 4-star characters. Etheria is grindy, oh 100%. I'm not actually sure, TJ. I just saw everybody on the Reddit and on YouTube complaining about Sonya getting nerfed. And they're all like really pissed about it. Also, Marvel got nerfed as well. Cinema. Now, I don't care about views when making content on my channel that much.
No longer must one wield a sword.
I only make videos on topics that I really want to discuss. Yeah, I don't think Nicholas Light is making it through HSR. His ass is not making it through HSR, man. I already know there's going to be a bunch of people getting mad at him. I don't think Nicholas Light is a shill, like people are saying. Like, people are getting mad at him for liking Wua way more than Genshin, but, like, I feel like anyone would think Genshin feels like ass after playing Wua. But I think he's 100% going to feel the same for HSR. I mean, I don't know what exactly he said when comparing the two. But at the end of the day, nothing's going to change his mind. He's just a casual guy. He says opinions on something. He didn't enjoy Genshin. I don't think it's too serious. Like, he's probably going to say the exact same thing for HSR. And I'm just not going to care. Because I can understand it. The beginning of HSR is not as, like... How should I say this? Zhangzhou Luofu and Herta Space Station are actually like noticeably shorter than Pentagony and Ampho, but the story is also worse and there's like less exciting content until you get to like the end of Belobog with Cocolia. I will say though, if Nicholas got into HSR in 3.4 instead of now, I think he probably would have made it through. I think Nicholas is choosing the worst time to get into HSR because we are literally half a patch away from getting a skip button for most of the story. You can beat all of Belobog in less than one 3.x patch, though? No, I know. I'm aware. Zhangzhou Luofu and Belobog are way faster. I agree. I'm just saying, like, you guys need to understand, he quit Genshin in 30 minutes. Like, if he maybe lasted a day, I could have seen him making it further into HSR, but he quit within half an hour. Like, he's not going to give HSR the time of the day, in my opinion. Yeah, like, if he dropped Genshin in 30 minutes, he's 100% dropping HSR. Like, that's the length of HSR's tutorial. It's like 30 minutes. Because the tutorial is unskippable. Maybe, bud. Maybe he'll get distracted by Kafka. Nice. like me personally, I do wish he would make it all the way to Ampho so that he could try 3.3, but like, you know, that's kind of unrealistic, you know what I'm saying? I'd love to see his reaction to 3.3. I think he'd for sure like it. Basically, every HSR creator who has been like really not liking Amphorius really like 3.3. But I simply don't think he's going to make it that far. I'd love to be proven wrong, though. We'll see, of course. I'd love to be proven wrong. Like he listened to Proy Proy on one of his streams of reacting to like the Gacha's music, and he gave HSR I think first place for like the best Gacha music out of all the Gachas, like Wuwa, HSR, Honkai third, and Genshin and ZZZ. What is his channel name? I think it's just Nicholas Light. Oh yeah, he also listened to PGR as well, yeah. Change your phone. I don't lie, my videos have been doing pretty decent lately. I appreciate the support, guys. Like, I'm literally putting out random yaps of me talking about Phanon at late night. And I'm getting 6K views. Like, what the fuck? I appreciate that, Tomato. Phanon fans? I mean, I know Phanon's a hot topic, but still. When's the Cypher polls? Never. This account is saving for E1 tribs. I will be doing 3.4 polls for Phanon, though, so... Let's hope I win the 50-50, because otherwise I might be fucked. Phanon main still crashing out on the Reddit? I mean, they got until V3. Or, sorry, V5. V5 is in like a day and a half. Actually, no, it's in like in a day, 3 hours. So if there's no changes in V5, he's 100% not getting changed. But they need to realize Phanon is not going to be weak. Like, this whole Doom posting of, oh my god, this guy is worse than every Amphorius character, will instantly disappear the second Ceridra drops. Until Ceridra's beta releases, they will keep Doom posting him. Because they don't want to accept that he might be reliant on Ceridra. He is very similar to a Rappa Fugue situation. Like, very similar. Is Arija's ult even useful for anyone else? Kinda, yeah. Like, Saritra is mainly there for the synergy with Sunday. Or like another action advancer in all honesty. Right? But there are some people who can take like decent advantage of the ult buff. Like, for example, Archer. Archer could take full advantage of her ult buff, basically. Or maybe not full, but Archer is like someone who you wait until you're at max skill points to actually start like spamming skill. So he would be able to use that ult for like 5 or 6 attacks in a row. Yeah, also like ult nukers, they can also take advantage of it. Although maybe not as well, right? Like Archer is like a really good synergy there. But like a lot of ult nukers can probably also take advantage of it. Like Saber. Now, do I think you're gonna put Saridra in there for Saber? Maybe yes, the second slot with Sunday, actually, yeah. Actually, yeah. I think that might be best in slot for Saber. I think something you need to keep in mind is that a lot of you are really only looking at this ult buff, right? That last one turns. But that should be the only thing that last one turns, right? So there is also the fact that she's leaked to give like a 30% base speed or normal speed buff to the first slot ally on the team. It's more likely going to be base speed because 30% in general would be broken if you like stack speed, right? Like DPS Hyacine would go fucking disgusting with Saridra Sunday. I don't know if they'd let that go to live, right? And so this makes it to where your DPS can now run like HP or attack boots as well. Like they don't need to worry about speed to get to 134. Ika takes no turns? What are you saying? What do you mean? Hyacine benefits from speed because it increases her outgoing healing. And Ika takes a turn every time Hyacine takes a turn. And outgoing healing increases Ika's damage. Oh, whoops. What do you think is the best set for Saber? I'm not sure. Let me look up right now. Saber. I mean, if it's a 0 cycle, she'll probably use Wind Set, so I don't know. Let me check. I get the feeling they're going to give Wind Set to Saber if it's a 0 cycle. Nope, Scholar. Seems to be Scholar. Oh, really, Menendez? It's easy work when you got a castress. I mean, Sparkle, like, my day will get a lot stronger with Ceridra. Like, a lot stronger. So Sparkle will instantly lose her spot in that team. Like, Ceridra with my day, if she truly, like, does give that extra turn and has good synergy with Phanon, like, that would be very, very strong. With my day getting more God Slayers off. Bye, Tomato. Take care. Oh yeah, Dawn Hung and Sunday and Ceridra are gonna be the new wheelchair team. 100%. I have no doubt about it. Dawn Hung enabling full Sunday synergy with any DPS is just way too strong. No, I'm not pulling Cypher. Do you think I should get 3B for my cast team and skip Sunday? I'm getting Phanon? No. I don't know, man. Trying to go for a cast team and a Phanon team at the same time is actually AIDS. Like, it's hard to recommend anything if you're, like, dead set on getting both characters. Like, Phanon has fucking Ceridra and Dawn Hong patch after patch. And then Cassie has, like, these leaks of March might be able to work with her. When is the next trip marketing? I'm not sure. Probably like around a week. The thing is, Chopstick, Sunday is the least important character in the Phanon team. So like it really depends on his funds. Sunday's 100% the most replaceable one. Ceridra can give him extra turns and a 1-turn ult buff, and Dawn Hung SP can already give a good amount of damage bonus with his own damage, and he's the only person who can make his summon go into Phanon's ult. So it's like if you have to prioritize, Sunday's the least important in a Phanon team, and he's the least important in a cast team. Oh yeah, I need to get Yuzuha for ZZZ. I have an M0W1 Yanagi, so I can use that, make it work. Or I could just also get Alice and shit. It's gonna go pretty hard. Yeah, bacon. I don't think Alice looks bad. I for sure have seen some hate on her. I don't think she looks bad. I just think like, I don't know. I don't think she looks bad. I'm 100% more interested in Yuzuha than Alice, and I'm quite confident that Yuzuha is obviously being made to support Alice. But I have zero problems with Alice personally. Which game we talking about? ZZZ. True, Kiwi, true. I mean, I tried to, I tried to tell people. Sunday was the only character. I think Sunday and Tribby were the only characters I told people, don't skip. Sunday has an amazing S1, and Tribby has an amazing E1, and even at base, these characters are incredibly good. For Tribby, a lot of people skipped because they didn't like her model, and for Sunday, a lot of people skipped because they had PTSD from Sparkle. I also might drop money on HSR for the first. I've dropped money before, but not on like direct Jades. Like it's always been on monthly pass and occasionally battle pass. Depending on how unlucky I get with like getting Phanon and his entire team, it might be the first time I drop money on direct Jades in the game. Because I want to make sure I get Phanon's entire team. Thank you, Kiwi. I pray you don't have to spend anything, thanks. It's just with my 50-50 look on HSR recently, like, I don't see it going all too well, man. For those unaware, I have like a negative 50-50 win rate and a negative 75-25 win rate on the Lycone banner. So, I don't have the best of luck with this game. Compared to Wua and compared to Etheria, not even close. No, I'm not pulling Cypher. This account is going vertical investment on Cassie. Well, no, I'm not going to do it to myself. It's too expensive. I don't want to do it. I was thinking of the possibility of E2 Cypher. Because E2 Cypher probably is best in slot even over other E2 harmonies. But that's just too expensive. Like, I'd have to start grinding everything all over again. I was gonna pull Cypher before collab, understandable. Yeah, no. I mean, Cypher at E0 even works with Cassie. But it's not that good because the only thing she offers is like if you run her on her Lycone, it's literally only 24% death shred and what 40% vuln. But at E2 with the increased like record and the 30% more vulnerability, it's a lot better. But it's just so expensive. But that does put her on the same level as other harmonies. I mean, I don't have any need for Sunday for this account. This account is purely for Cassie vertical investment. Not for anything else. Actually, what am I thinking? I can't even afford E2 Cypher. What am I thinking? That shit's impossible almost. Rosa Brokey? I mean, I could probably try for E1, but 100% not E2. Way too many pulls. I'd have to get like insanely lucky. Not impossible. I'm good. Must be saved for Phanon just in case. Yeah, there's also the issue where if I go for E2 Cypher, I'd be completely out of Jades for Eidolon investment in Cassie and Hyacine, which are also important. People were downplaying Cassie's Eidolons like they were garbage tier. Like, I feel like Phanon is the exact same thing, by the way. I think people really overhate Phanon's like first two Eidolons because they got slightly nerfed. People did this same shit with Cassie, saying that her E2 is fucking dog shit compared to like My Day and like Herda. But in practice, it's actually way fucking better. Like when we actually got her on release, her Eidolons were way stronger than people thought. I'm not playing Wua until 2.4 drops. Unless it already dropped. But I got so many games on my hands, man. I'll play it though. Yeah, I think Phanon is the same thing. Phanon gets an extra turn at E2 every time he uses Meteor. And even though it's not like too crazy right now, if Sarija does give him extra turns in his ult, oh my god. That E2 synergy with Sarija is going to be absolutely disgusting. I don't think Casterus is clunky. Casterus is for sure stronger than Aglaya. Aglaya was stronger than Cassie before she got Hyacine. Like in MOC at least. But the second she got Hyacine, not anymore. Stronger than Herda? Herda was never the strongest MOC DPS. It was Aglaya. If you're talking like 4 to 5 cost on average, best in slot teams, it's Aglaya. Herda's the best low cost DPS out of all the Amphorius characters. Herda E2S1 is diabolical. I mean, Caster's E2S1 is on like the same level as Herda's. She gets so many more dragon explosions, plus the more damage. And I believe each breath now does like 5 times instead of 4 as well. That's too much. I mean, I also don't like Sunday in the story. I've been open about this for a long time. But if a character is meta enough, I really don't give a shit about their story. Sunday, story-wise, is for sure one of my least favorite characters. But he's just that meta, so I don't care anymore. Another E6 for Cyrene. Nice. I only have 686 pulls for 4 characters in 2.6. What do you mean only? That's almost guaranteed like enough, no? Even if you went to soft pity and lost every single time, you'd be able to afford all 4 characters and probably a Sig. Unless you're going for like Eidolons. You're gonna have no story to skip by 3.4. The thing is, I want to. Maybe you're right. Maybe I should take a break. Let me go on my Day account after this and do dailies. I want E1 Archer. A lot of people do. Archer looks like Fei Xiao on release. Getting 0 cycles at low cost with fucking sustain. Brute forcing everything. Just go play ZZZ. I'll do it later. There's way too many games I have to keep up with right now. It's gonna be dark for a little bit, guys. Is your My Day account your main one? Yes. I have 2 accounts. I don't know how many times I have to say this. I have 2. Way too many games and you are on HSR? Brother, we got Phanon upcoming. Like, respectfully, Phanon, out of all the games currently, like, Phanon is my most anticipated character. I've been waiting for him since legit Amphorius dropped. You're pulling Phanon on that account? No, that one's Cassie. This one's pulling Phanon. The reason why I'm going hard on the Cassie account is because I want full Eidolons Draco. I want E2 Cassie, E1 S1 Hyacine, and then possibly Dark March as well. So like to be able to afford that, I have to really speedrun that Cassie account to clearing Endgame. It was live? Nice. Nice, Draco, yeah. I'm addicted to playing HSR's story. What an addiction. Yep, Kiwi. You know what would speedrun that Cassie account a skip button? Yep, and lose out on what? Like half a patch's time? Like you need to understand, for a beginner account, the XP and the Jades that you get from going through story is like huge for being able to speedrun Endgame and like farm better relics earlier. How many times have you been through Pentaconi? Probably like 5. How is it even possible to be addicted to HSR? There's fucking no content in this game. And you do dailies for like 5 minutes a day. We already know when Cyrene and Dark March are. They've been leaked for 3.6 for a long ass time. Same with Cyrene for 3.7. Oh, 100%. There's a lot of CCs who like doing testing and MOC with different teams for content. I am the complete opposite. I clear MOC once and I log off. Finally! Fuck! I've been waiting for this for so long. I've gotten like 6 crit damages with crit rate. Do you realize how many months away 3.6 is? Draco. I am going for Eidolons. 2 Eidolons in Cassie. An Eidolon and a Lycone in Hyahya. And possibly March. You can't even guarantee a single limited with Apache's pulls in this game. Why are you salivating while mentioning Eidolons? Because Hyacine E1 and Cass E2 are very juicy Eidolons. Just accept you're addicted. I literally, at 60 pity, literally like 18 pulls away that I could have easily farmed for E1 Hyahya, turned off the game because I wasn't addicted and I was tired. All you had to do was wait one patch and what? Miss out on the Jades from 3.3 before 3.4? You're not a real grinder. Just admit it. You've never grinded for real. Oh, I have to do this shit here too, and a divergent universe. I got like 60 pity in the Lycone banner, by the way, I think. And it's on a guarantee. So Phaenon's instantly getting his Lycone. Yeah, 60. So as you guys can see, this is what you call bullshit, right? This is what you call bullshit. You get speed, crit damage, crit rate, body piece. The perfect piece, right? And then it all rolls into fucking defense. So because of that, I've been trying to get a crit rate body with crit damage again. Until I can, fucking use, the thingy on that. Fuck! Shawty's like a melody in my head. Na 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 every day. Day. Shawty's like a melody. In my head. Don't burn dice on body pieces. That's what a rookie would say. That's what a fucking rookie would say. So I'll get 4 like that. Ah, oh, fuck. There's none here? Really? What about DU? Wait, actually, what about the shop? 11 days. Ah, that's so annoying. Tell me there's a self-modeling resin at level 50. What the fuck is this? 58? Oh, hell no. Someone giving me credits? Only 1 run? Fuck, Ray, you're stingy, bro. Can't spare a little more? Grinder or addictor? Gooner. Should I pull Glea E1S1 or E0S1? Also, does Cypher want her Lycone or skip it? You can skip the Lycone. And E1 is pretty good on Aglaya, but you don't need it. But E1 is for sure nice. It for sure is. You are Hoyo's prime audience? What does that even mean? Why are you guys so toxic, man? Don't you guys know that I'm a capybara and I have a heart too? Aglaya doesn't need E1. Just likes E1. It's like saying My Day needs E1. Or Herda needs E2. Why has the viewer count been stuck at 69 for 30 minutes? I saw it at 66 like a minute ago. Nice, Draco. Use this DU cycle to get all the curios. I'm not that much of a grinder, man. Respectfully, I am not that much of a grinder. Six 50-50 losses in a row for Awua. Let's go. Congratulations. Round of applause. Crazy how it's the opposite for me. I've gotten 6 wins in a row. Not that you can relate though. Yeah, okay, Draco, okay. What is it, 20 days until Phanon comes out? That's actually pretty quick. After all this waiting for Phanon, knowing he's coming soon is kind of nice. I can probably milk like 40 to 50 pulls before Phanon comes. What's my character banner pity? Oh. 0. You low-key gay for my day? Hell yeah. Only for my day though. Alright, I love you all. Hope you have a great day. Hope you have a great night. Peace out. Hope you have a great day.